Sometimes people say you're all winners, but this time that's really true. Like everybody gets $100.
Politicians are human too, and just like the rest of us, they make mistakes all the time. The difference lies in how they handle their mistakes and how they respond to the public in times of crisis. Now, let's look at some examples of these strategies in action.
It's not my picture. That is not my person on that picture in the yearbook. We will continue to lead. We will continue to talk about the issues that are important, but we also will have a conversation as we move forward about trust.
This all goes to say how you choose what social media you want to consume based on how you want to feel. And that's the basis of the mood management theory. This clip here shows us the effects that social media has.
Body of research associating social media use with potential harms. This is especially concerning during adolescence, which is a highly sensitive period of brain development for kids and when they're particularly susceptible to peer comparison. Now, the data show that youth who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media face double the risk of experiencing symptoms of depression and anxiety.
Ad hominem is when you, rather than making a counterpoint to the argument that the person is trying to make, you just criticize the other person's character in hopes that by criticizing their character, people perceive the argument that they made as invalid. So I'm going to provide you a double example in my first video with Donald Trump, who is here on the left, and Hillary Clinton, who is here on the right.
To put more money into the Social Security Trust Fund, that's part of my commitment to raise taxes on the wealthy. My Social Security payroll contribution will go up, as will Donald's, assuming he can't figure out how to get out of it. But what we want to do is to replenish the Social Security Trust Fund.
Fear appeals are used in media, politics, and some parenting methods. Fear is something that we all experience, but how exactly is it persuasive? They're extremely common in political rallies especially, like this one from Donald Trump in 2022.
And I heard somebody say it, a scholar say it 2-3 days ago, said, if we don't win, this may be the last election our country ever has. And there could be truth to it. That's where we're going, because Joe Biden is a threat to democracy.
Now, you might be wondering, what is this theory? Well, it's using entertainment to educate or persuade the audience. It changes behaviors, creates favorable attitudes, increases knowledge by blending entertainment with educational messages. It uses narratives, characters, and storylines to subtly convey messages and keep the audience hooked into the show, drama, or whatever is being presented. And it is rooted in the social learning theory, where people learn by observing the behaviors and consequences of others.
First, a Payne study that found that 50% of us get our political news from late night talk shows. And if you look at the under 30-year-olds, that percentage goes up to 80%.
Now, personally, I like to kind of reference baking in everything that I do, and Moral Foundations is no different. I think of moral foundations as kind of the ingredients that, when combined, form our beliefs. And just like ingredients, it can be tailored to individual taste. So as we can hear here, there's an importance of following religion, faith, or following the authority of one state and the decisions that they make. And this kind of shows how moral foundations align strictly with party values.
Many states will be different. Many will have a different number of weeks, or some will have more conservative than others, and that's what they will be. At the end of the day, this is all about the will of the people. You must follow your heart, or in many cases, your religion or your faith.
So what is science communication? Science communication is the science, or the concept rather, of raising awareness of scientific topics and research with the intention of communicating with the general public. So they rely on more digestible forms of media. So we have social media, public official or politician announcements, newspapers or journalists. And so we are now going to go back in time to the year of 2000 when President Clinton was doing an announcement on the success of the Human Genome Project.
It will revolutionize the diagnosis, prevention, and treatment of most, if not all, human diseases.
Part of what set aside the people that we picked as being just a little bit stronger than the rest was that the clips were introduced clearly and they really illustrated the concept that you were trying to teach. Each of these 3 people will receive an additional $500. Everybody gets paid. These people just get paid a little bit more, which is very exciting. And so our first winner is Rylan Barton. Second winner is Courtney Bragg. And our third winner is Miley Roberts.